name's Patrick Grabowski. I'm originally from Minnesota, and have been in the Madison area for about 2.5 years now. My wife and I were living in Colorado before we moved here. So we both work in healthcare, and I also work for the university here. That's actually what brought us back to Madison. The process with us started with, which I think a lot of people do these days, is spending a lot of time knocking around on the internet looking at different house listings and things like that. So we actually started with a realtor. Then after we had some ideas of what we were looking for in a home, before we started looking for a lender, hoping that she might be able to direct us to somebody. And so she directed us to Jim. I believe her exact words when she was describing Jim's business was that his reputation precedes him, so she was very confident in his skills as a lender. We were actually introduced over the phone, and we had a simple 5-minute conversation. I let him know what my situation was and whether or not he would be somebody who could help us out, and he was quite confident on the phone that it would be a situation that he could handle. And so he made it quite easy from there. Communication was pretty much continuous from there on. In fact, I think we had follow-up communication even that same evening as that first phone call, and then continuously throughout the process as needed. Through the process, we didn't have any actual bumps from start to finish, but we started in a rocky place. The way things worked out with us, with the way that our home deal was set up, we didn't give Jim a whole lot of time to get the deal done. I believe on average a loan takes anywhere from 2 to 4 months from start to finish, and we gave Jim about 2 weeks to get it done. And so they managed to do in 2 weeks what I think takes most companies, 2 or more months. So the issue with us was mostly with getting paperwork. We have a quite complicated setup in that we have a number of different income sources. I think between my wife and I we have 6 different income sources, and so that was a headache for quite a few people, but not Jim and Kristen. They seem to take care of that, like they've done it a million times. Jim and his team made things quite easy for my wife and I to follow along as we were going through the whole process. Never once did we run into a problem where there was confusion over the paperwork that's involved in the deal. My recommendations to the skeptics would be very simply just to give Jim a call, because he'll put your worries at ease in a matter of a few minutes. All it takes is that one initial conversation, and your skepticism should be put aside. I guess the measure of a good business transaction is when you would go back and do it again. And next time around, if there is a next time for us, we'll call Jim first.